Bret Michael Sychak, professionally known as Bret Michaels, is an American singer-songwriter, musician, actor, director, screenwriter, producer, and reality television personality. He first gained fame as the lead vocalist of the glam metal band Poison, who have sold over 45 million records worldwide and 15 million records in the United States alone. The band has also charted 10 singles to the top 40 of the Billboard Hot 100, including 6 top 10 singles and the number 1 single, Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Besides his career as lead singer, he has several solo albums to his credit, including a soundtrack album to the movie A Letter from Death Row, in which Michaels starred, wrote and directed in 1998, and a classic Poison-style rock album, Songs of Life, in 2003. Michaels has appeared in several movies and TV shows, including as a judge on the talent show Nashville Star, which led to his country-influenced rock album Freedom of Sound in 2005. He starred in the hit VH1 reality show Rock of Love with Bret Michaels and its sequels, which inspired his successful solo album Rock My World. He was also the winning contestant on NBC's reality show Celebrity Apprentice 3 and also featured in his own reality docu-series Bret Michaels, Life as I Know It, which inspired his highest-charting album as a solo artist, Custom Built, reaching number 1 on Billboard's Hard Rock list. He is also known for hosting on the Travel Channel. Early life: Michaels was born Bret Michael Sychak, to Wally and Marjorie Sychak, north of Pittsburgh and the city of Butler, Pennsylvania. He has 2 sisters, Michelle and Nicole. He claims that his parents had originally intended for him to have the middle name Maverick, after the title character in the popular James Garner TV Western series Maverick. He was born Jewish. He is of Carpatho-Rusine descent. At the age of 6 he fell ill, and during a 3-week stay in the hospital, he was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Music career: Michaels began playing the guitar as a teenager. With drummer Ricky Rocket, bass player Bobby Dall and original guitarist and creative force, David Bisselman. The lead guitarist who actually introduced Bret to Ricky and Bobby, soon left the band for creative differences. The band then hired Matt Smith. He formed the band Paris, in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania in 1983. After playing the Pennsylvania bar circuit, in early 1984 they moved to Los Angeles to seek fame on the Sunset Boulevard scene, eventually changing their name to Poison. That same year he met 16-year-old Tracy Lewis, who would become both his girlfriend, and the muse for one of his most memorable songs. Eventually Matt Smith tired of the band's struggle to find fame, and returned home. He was replaced with CeCe DeVille, who would become both Michaels' friend and a source of conflict. 1980s–1990s, local publicity about the band eventually led to a record deal with Enigma Records, and their first album, Look What the Cat Dragged In. It did not see great success until 1987, when Michaels convinced the band to film a video for their song, Talk Dirty to Me. The album went platinum, and the band became famous. In March of that year, Poison headlined a show at Madison Square Garden, which was always Michaels' dream. Michaels took his insulin injection before the show but was so nervous about performing that he neglected to eat. Several songs into Poison's set, Michaels went into insulin shock and collapsed on stage. When subsequent media reports alleged that Michaels collapsed due to a drug overdose, Michaels publicly announced that he was a diabetic. 1987 also saw the dissolution of his relationship with Lewis, who felt that fame had changed him. Though Michaels contends that Lewis was unfaithful to him, Lewis insists that it was Michaels who was unfaithful. Michaels was inspired by the breakup to write Every Rose Has Its Thorn, explaining that the rose represented his fame and success, whereas the loss of his relationship represented the thorn. The song was released as a power ballad single in December 1988, and is regarded as the ultimate 80s anthem about heartbreak. Throughout the 1980s and early 1990s, Poison became one of the biggest glam metal bands in the world, recording their second album, the multi-platinum selling Open Up and Say AHH, and their third album, the multi-platinum selling Flesh and Blood. However, their lives were characterized by the escalating tension between Michaels and DeVille that derived from their mutual drug use, which came to a head during their 1990-91 Flesh and Blood World Tour. Also cited as the spectacle of DeVille's behavior during the 1991 MTV Video Music Awards. After getting into a fistfight with Michaels, DeVille left the band, and descended further into addiction. Poison went on with new guitarist Richie Kotzen recording the gold album Native Tongue and then with guitarist Blues Saraceno recording the album Crack a Smile. And more. In the mid-1990s, after a night of partying, Michaels came close to dying when he crashed his Ferrari into a telephone pole. He incurred serious injury, including broken ribs, a disfigured nose and lost teeth. In 1999, reunited with original guitarist C.C. DeVille, Poison went on a successful Greatest Hits reunion tour. In the next decade, Bret Michaels would split his time between Poison and a successful solo career. 2000s, Michaels recorded his first solo album in 1998 titled A Letter from Death Row, which was the soundtrack to the same-titled movie he directed, wrote, and starred in. In 2000, Michaels released a country demos EP and also released the album Show Me Your Hits, which featured re-recorded Poison classics. The album featured Michaels performing Poison hits in a new way and also featured other artists with Michaels on selected tracks. In 2001, Michaels released a very unique Storytellers CD titled Ballads, Blues and Stories, which featured Poison and Michaels solo tracks along with recorded stories about each song. In 2003, Michaels released a brand new studio album Songs of Life, which featured the singles Rain and Bittersweet. Michaels also released his first solo music video for the single Rain, which was directed by award-winning director Shane Stanley. The album also featured a music video for Minister Society, and featured a 9/11 tribute One More Day. Michaels served as a judge during the 2005 season of the reality television singing competition Nashville Star and released a country rock album in the same year called Freedom of Sound, which featured the singles Right Now, Right Here, Open Road, which Michaels performed live on the show, and the hit single All I Ever Needed, which also included a music video. Michaels released a best-of album called Rock My World in June 2008, which featured music from his reality television series Rock of Love, including the new singles Go That Far, Fallen, and Start Again, the first two singles also featuring music videos with clips from the series. The album charted at No. 40 on the Billboard 200, No. 4 on the top independent albums, No. 4 on the top hard rock albums and No. 16 on the top rock albums chart. In December 2008, Michaels released a single version of Driven, which also featured a music video with preview clips for the third season of Rock of Love, titled Rock of Love Bus. Michaels also re-released the Fallen single with acoustic, piano and demo versions included. Michaels released a 30-minute DVD from Time Life in 2008 called Hard and Heavy Confidential featuring Bret Michaels, which included acoustic versions of All I Ever Needed, Driven, Every Rose Has Its Thorn, and Something to Believe In. It also included in-depth interviews. The DVD was included in the Hard and Heavy CD DVD collection from Advertised on TV by Bret Michaels. The same 4 acoustic performances were also released on CD titled Bret Michaels Acoustic Sessions. Recent events. In 2010, Michaels released a new single called Nothing to Lose from his upcoming new studio album, Custom Built. The song featured the guest vocals of Miley Cyrus. In April 2010, he released the second single Lie to Me, and in May 2010 released the third single, Wasted Time. Michaels performed on the American Idol Season 9 finale on May 26 against his doctor's recommendation. Michaels also performed a duet of Every Rose Has Its Thorn with Miley Cyrus on the June 18, 2010 episode Good Morning America. On July 6, 2010, Michaels released his new album Custom Built. The album became Michaels' highest-charting solo album to date, peaking at No. 1 on both the top independent albums and top hard rock albums chart, and also charting at No. 4 on the top rock albums and No. 14 on the Billboard 200. On August 4, 2010, Michaels appeared in the 5th season of America's Got Talent and performed Every Rose Has Its Thorn, accompanying himself on acoustic folk guitar. Despite not being released as a single, a music video was produced for Riding Against the Wind, a song from Michaels' latest album Custom Built that also doubles as the theme song for his new VH1 reality show Bret Michaels, Life as I Know It. The music video was released on October 7, 2010, exclusively at Billboard's and contains footage from the series, which officially premieres on VH1 on October 18, 2010. Michaels also released a music video for the cover of Sublime's song, What I Got, which is the fourth single from Custom Built. The music video is a special tribute to his fans and was released on Thanksgiving. In early 2011, Michaels recorded a brand new song Hit and Roll for Top Gear, which also included a music video featured on the series and the promo commercials. On December 31, 2011, Michaels celebrated the new year with a New Year a Euro unregistered trademark Eve concert from the Get Your Rock On solo tour. The concert took place in Springfield, Illinois at the Prairie Capital Convention Center. To make the night complete, this New Year's Eve bash will be featured and well documented in the music video for the new single Get Your Rock On from Bret's upcoming new album. The single Get Your Rock On was released January 9, 2012. In conjunction with his new single, Michaels also released an alternate version titled Get Your Ride On January 10, 2012. The song will also serve as Monster Energy AMA Supercross opener all season on Speed, with an exclusive video that premiered on Speed TV January 7, 2012. The video will be customized for each race throughout the season. Michaels toured with Def Leppard and Lita Ford in 2012. In August 2012, Michaels released a new single They Don't Make an App for That through Michaels' official Bret Michaels app. The song is a fun, tongue-in-cheek country crossover tune that takes on today our Euro unregistered trademark social media culture. The app song features a teaser video. In January 2013, Michaels released a new single You Know You Want It from his upcoming new album titled Jammin' with Friends. The new album features collaborations with some of the top artists and players in music from a variety of genres and generations. The album was released June 25, 2013 and charted at number 13 on the top Hard Rock Albums chart, number 23 on the top Independent Albums chart, number 29 on the top Rock Albums chart and number 80 on the Billboard 200. On April 1, 2014, Michaels released his new solo single, A Beautiful Soul, with a music video being released on April 2. Michaels announced that he will perform the track live on the April 2 edition of Oprah's Life Class, which will be taped live on Oprah's website. Rock of Love. Michaels starred in the reality television dating competition series Rock of Love with Bret Michaels, the first season of which premiered in July 2007. Ms. Rickleaf was the winner of Season 1. However, she announced during the October 2007 reunion show that she and Michaels were not right for each other and told runner-up Heather he was all hers and that he should have chosen Heather. The first season was released on DVD in early 2008. The show's second season premiered on January 13, 2008. On April 13, 2008, Michaels selected Amber Lake as his Rock of Love. After the show, the two maintained a relationship, but parted ways after just a few months due to personal commitments, but they remain good friends. A third season, Rock of Love Bus, premiered on January 4, 2009. Which was a series high for VH1, Michaels chose Penthouse Pet Tire Parker as the winner. When asked about a fourth season of Rock of Love, Michaels said, "Now they want me to come back for a fourth Rock of Love. I feel that it should be something that changes up, but I still want that fun element. What you see is what you get with me." Television and film appearances. Michaels and actor Charlie Sheen established a film production company, Sheen Michaels Entertainment, which produced the movie A Letter from Death Row, in which Michaels wrote, directed and starred, and for which he released a soundtrack album. They also produced No Code of Conduct that same year, which Michaels also directed and acted in. Their company also produced the feature film Free Money, starring Marlon Brando and Myra Sorvino, and the surfer movie In God's Hands, in which Michaels also had a small acting role. Michaels appeared in the CBS sitcom Yes, Dear, Season 1, Episode 6, titled Greg's Big Day, first aired November 6, 2000. He also appeared as himself in 3 episodes of The Chris Isaak Show from 2001 to 2004. On May 1, 2008, Michaels appeared on a special celebrity edition of Don't Forget the Lyrics, on which he raised $200,000 to donate to charity. Michaels appeared on the 2009 Tony Awards, during which he was struck in the head by a set piece. He subsequently sued the event's organizers, claiming that the collision led to his 2010 brain hemorrhage. The suit is currently pending. In 2010, Michaels was the winning contestant on the NBC reality television series Celebrity Apprentice 3 on NBC. Michaels stars in a series named Bret Michaels, Life as I Know It, which depicts his life at home with his daughters and their mother. Filming of the series began before Michaels' health troubles, and filming was suspended after his hospitalization. VH1 aired a preview of the series on May 31, 2010, and the series aired in fall 2010. Michaels hosted the Miss Universe 2010 pageant along with Natalie Morales on August 23, 2010. Michaels appeared on Extreme Makeover, Home Edition's Gibbs Family episode that aired on January 6, 2012. In 2013, Michaels reappeared in the Celebrity Apprentice series All-Star season. He was fired from the show in the first episode. Starting in May 2013, Michaels began hosting the reality TV show, Rock My RV on the U.S. cable network, Travel Channel. Michaels appeared in the January 29, 2014 episode of the TV series Revolution, playing himself. In the episode he performed an acoustic version of Every Rose Has Its Thorn. In other media, Michaels was portrayed as a guest singer in the video game Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock, which features him singing Go That Far from his solo career, and Poison's Talk Dirty to Me. Charity work. Michaels and his band visited troops at El Isat Air Base on October 6, 2007, while on a tour of U.S. bases in Iraq in support of Armed Forces Entertainment. Bret Michaels has done extensive work for Operation Homefront, a charity that provides emergency financial and other assistance to the families of service members and wounded warriors. He earned $640,000 for the American Diabetes Association for competing in and ultimately winning the Celebrity Apprentice 3. Personal life. Michaels has 2 daughters with Christy Lynn Gibson. Rain Elizabeth Sychak was born in May 2000, and Georgia Blair Sychak was born in May 2005. They live in Scottsdale, Arizona. Michaels' fear that Rain was borderline diabetic was a recurring element during Michaels' tenure on the Celebrity Apprentice 3, on which he appeared to raise money for the American Diabetes Association. Rain herself appeared on the season finale of that program on May 23, 2010, when her father won that season. While filming the finale of his reality show, Bret Michaels, Life as I Know It, Michaels proposed to Christy Gibson, the mother of his 2 children and his on-again, off-again companion of 16 years. The finale aired December 20, 2010. In July 2012, Michaels announced that he and Gibson had separated. Michaels was involved with Pamela Anderson. After Poison's and Michaels' longtime attorney, Ed McPherson obtained a federal injunction prohibiting the distribution of an explicit sex tape that the couple had made. An abridged version of the sex tape appeared on the Internet in 1998 and was released on DVD on September 7, 2005, by Metro Studios. Michaels is a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers of the National Football League and the Minnesota Wild of the National Hockey League. He is a personalized guitar bearing the Steelers logo, and played the national anthem at Three Rivers Stadium. His favorite player was Jack Lambert, and Michaels has been a member of fan club Lambert's Lunatics. He also likes the Peoria Rivermen of the American Hockey League and performs after home games. Michaels has a line of pet clothing and accessories called Pets Rock, sold at PetSmart. On April 12, 2010, Michaels was rushed to the hospital after suffering intense stomach pains, and an emergency appendectomy was performed. On April 21 or April 22, 2010, Michaels was again rushed to the hospital, this time with an excruciating headache. Doctors discovered that he had suffered a massive subarachnoid hemorrhage. He was in critical condition, and while some reports suggested that his condition had stabilized, others later stated that this was premature. On April 28, Michaels' representatives reported that he was conscious and speaking, albeit slowly, for the first time since he was hospitalized. In a news conference on May 5, 2010, Dr. Joseph Zobramsky said Michaels had been released from the hospital and that he's just one of those lucky people, and that he'll make a complete recovery. On May 20, 2010, it was reported on his official website that Michaels has been readmitted to the hospital this week after suffering numbness on the left side of his body. While conducting diagnostic tests, it was found that Michaels has a patent foramen ovale, a hole in the heart. It was further reported that his condition is operable and treatable, and his doctors believe they have diagnosed the problem that caused the transient ischemic attack or warning stroke, but that they feel it is highly unlikely this is connected to the brain hemorrhage he suffered just a few weeks earlier. On October 11, 2011, Michaels commented on his 2010 health scare with the following: "A 2010 was, without question, a roller coaster year for me. But when you have an amazing family, and you still have a lot music left to make, and you have such incredible and supportive fans behind you, you're a unregistered trademark going to fight until the very last breath before you throw in the towel." A lawsuit with Tony Awards and CBS. Bret Michaels was injured during his opening performance at the 63rd Tony Awards on June 7, 2009. As he was ending his performance with Poison and exiting to the stage rear, a large portion of the descending set struck him on the head and knocked him down. The initial injuries reported was a broken nose. However, the hemorrhage incident in 2010 prompted Michaels to file a lawsuit for unspecified damages against the Tony Awards and CBS, claiming the incident caused the hemorrhage. On May 14, 2012, the parties announced that they had agreed to settle the lawsuit for an undisclosed amount. Michaels thanked the Barrow Neurological Institute at St. Joseph Unregistered Trademark S Hospital and Medical Center in Phoenix for saving his life and career. Discography: studio albums, compilation albums, soundtrack albums, extended plays, singles, guest singles, filmography, music videos, references. External links: official website, official Poison website, Bret Michaels at the Internet Movie Database, Bret Michaels at VH1.